How I Met Your Mother is an American sitcom about Ted Mosby's search for love and the evolution of his lifelong friendships in New York City. The series is framed as a flashback narrative shown through Ted's perspective as he tells his kids the story of how he met their mother. The show aired from 2005 to 2014. This show means a lot to me because it gave me a distraction and made me laugh during a difficult period in my life. The show also taught me valuable life lessons such as cherishing the small moments in life, as it emphasizes that life's most important memories often come from everyday moments with the people who matter to you. Analyzing the 5 main characters, we see the group is majority male. The show is also male-centered in narration and screen time. Ted is the narrator and main focalizer. There aren't any main characters in the set whose sex is unknown. Ted is an architect who is framed as the romantic protagonist whose goal is long-term romantic fulfillment. Much of the plot follows his choices about love, relationships, and career moves. Ted's power is narrative power. He is the storyteller's focal point. Socially, he is a middle-class professional, and his influence comes from being the narrator and the emotional center, rather than high institutional power. Barney Stinson is a male corporate professional. This show makes him the agent of comic sexual conquest and social manipulation. His goals revolve around status, dominance, and pleasure. He exerts interpersonal power through charisma, wealth, and elaborate schemes. His power comes from his social capital, money, and charm. Marshall Erickson is a male lawyer whose goals are family-oriented, and he is the moral compass in the group. His agency is practical and institutional. His legal career and relation through being a husband and a father. Marshall's power is shown through institutional power, as well as a moral authority among his friends. Robin Scherbatsky is a female television news anchor who is career-driven. Her goals are professional success and independence. She resists marriage and kids at times. Her goals are her career. Romantic plot lines are important but often secondary to her work identity. Robin's power is her professional status and public platform. She uses competence and ambition to exert influence. Lily Aldrin is a female teacher who is portrayed as primarily emotional but also the glue of the group, and later on a mother. Her goals are balancing career aspirations with family life. She exercises relational and emotional labor. She often organizes and steers group dynamics, matchmaking, and interventions. Lily's power is informal social power via emotional labor, decision-making inside the couple with Marshall, and her influence over friends. Agency and power. Men in the show are shown with institutional or public forms of power, such as corporate job and legal career. Barney's masculinity is tied to sexual agency and social dominance, and Marshall's institutional role grows over the series. Women in the show exercise professional power, Robin with relational and emotional power. With Lily, however, the show often frames women's storylines in relation to romance and family decisions, especially in Ted's narrative arc. The non-material culture through gendered behaviors, such as the verbal behavior in men. They use assertive dominant language, sexual humor, and boastfulness. The women often serve as emotional voices of reason or use sarcasm rather than direct confrontation. Robin's speech is more masculine coded, confident and direct, which becomes a running joke throughout the show.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fly to Chicago, kill you, put your stupid face on a deep dish pizza and eat it. And then maybe catch a Bears game.
The non-verbal behavior, Ted, Marshall, and Barney occupy more physical space. Gestures are broader and they often dominate conversations. Robin and Lily show more controlled body language, less sprawling posture, and more expressive facial reactions, especially Lily. How I Met Your Mother mostly promotes androcentrism by making Ted the center of all events and writing Robin's role primarily through how she fits into the men's lives, turning Barney's objectification of women into a comedic highlight and giving men the majority of career power. However, there are a few moments where How I Met Your Mother challenges androcentrism, such as Robin's career-first identity, Lily's independence and strong emotional intelligence, and the occasional episodes focusing on female friendships. In How I Met Your Mother, race and ethnicity are portrayed in a limited and uneven way. Although the show takes place in New York City, a highly diverse setting, the 5 main characters, Ted, Marshall, Lily, Robin, and Barney, are all white, and their whiteness is presented as the unmarked norm. The story is overwhelmingly centered on their lives, relationships, and careers, making the show essentially a story about white people's experiences. Characters of color do appear, but only in the minor or supporting roles. These characters rarely receive depth or development, and mainly serve to support the narratives of the white main cast. In conclusion, How I Met Your Mother is framed through Ted's male-centered point of view, positioning women as stepping stones for his personal growth. Barney's behavior, rooted in hypermasculinity and frequent objectification of women, is constantly played for comedy. Lily and Robin are strong characters, but their storylines often revolve around the men in the group. Although there are moments that push against gender norms, they are outweighed by the structure of the show. For these reasons, How I Met Your Mother ultimately reinforces androcentrism more than it challenges it.